What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a divine message. We have Mary Magdalene. We have D. We have Messiah in the zone. Your compassionate love is healing deep wounds. Blessed. Okay. Shapeshifter. Rebel. You're definitely not going by the rules. You're definitely being whoever you want. I feel like you have been within Christ consciousness, Krishna consciousness, God consciousness. And you like to embody different things, Exorcist. It seems like you're the inventor. You're the inventor of what you embody. And you like to embody things that are fun for you. It's like you're to the point where your service is whatever is fun for you. That's how you serve. Whatever makes you feel passionate, whatever makes you enjoy your experience. It's like if you feel good, if you are free of thought, of course the divine approves. Priest and liberator. You're simplifying things. You're simplifying your reality, which is simplifying other people's realities. Victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Healing people of their victim mindset. Letting people know that it's okay to feel victimized. It's okay if you feel like you're the victim. If you feel like you're a bigger victim than others, that's fine. Let that inspire you. Let that fuel you. If you really feel like you're a victim, let that empower you. Prove them wrong. Let that reinforce your inner knowing that what you believe is true. That what you stand for is just. Advocate. Yep. Oftentimes being a victim may lead to our greatest adventure. Because we start fighting for ourselves. Inspire others to do the same. And all of a sudden, change arises and your life is surrounded by this energy. Angel. helping those in need with no expectation of return. Scribe, vampire, and fool, and God. So you wrote to a vampire, you wrote to an energy vampire, like a dark energy vampire. You healed them foolishly. You healed them in the spirit of God. You healed a vampire in the spirit of God. You went into it in a foolish mindset on purpose so that you could speak to this soul to soul, not with any mirroring. You didn't mirror their dark energy. You went into it to help them, and that's it. You wanted to help them. You could have a deep soul connection to this person. Maybe it's platonic, probably is. Damsel. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. Yeah, so this experience, maybe it helped you realize that this is not what you want romantically. And both of y'all understood that, maybe. But it awakened you to a deeper love. It was a necessary step in your awakening to help someone without wanting anything in return. Just as an angel, as a friend. And it also awakened you to what it is you actually want. What the romance you actually deserve, athlete. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. Yeah, so it could have been like an actual warrior, yep. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness. Of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and conquering the ego, yeah. Doing this was an act of bravery. Doing this actually was a physical feat. Even if you never saw them in person, helping this person was a physical feat because it completely affected your body. It affected your nervous system to empathize with this person. And this was a trial. This was something you set out to do probably before this life. This was something you were always meant to do. And it was always meant to lead you where you are right now. To empower yourself, to let you know that you can do this. That you can heal anyone you want. Okay. Teacher. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. And pioneer. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Yeah. So if this resonates, it resonates. You know what I'm saying. And you're at a point now where where you've always wanted. Like before you helped this person, you wanted to be where you're at right now. At a point where you could be a pioneer, you could be an artist making pure creative work. And this helped you with that. This helped you unlock yourself. This helped you give you the experience of the heart that you needed. Some shedding. And maybe some detachment. This experience taught you detachment. Detachment from physical love. And detachment in general, which is the key ingredient of being a pioneer. To detach from everything you know. So now you're making work that is combined with your true heart, what it is you deeply feel, but also a sense of detachment, a knowingness that what you speak of has the intention of being timeless. What you're doing has the intention of affecting yourself and others in ways that you may not understand right now. That is the intention you're bringing into your work. Okay. So Mary Magdalene is involved. Messiah again. Serving humanity with humility. Yeah. You got initiated by a mentor. It could be Mary Magdalene. You got initiated as a Messiah. If that means something to you. It looks like Mary Magdalene came in and, wow, and healed your deepest wounds. And showed you who you are, showed you that you're blessed, and put you into the zone. Okay. Or maybe you are the spirit of Mary Magdalene. And you got initiated as a Messiah. And you are in the zone. But this initiation process, it comes from God. That's why I say Mary Magdalene, because your mentor could be someone who is God conscious. If not, then it came directly from the Spirit of God, the Spirit of Mary Magdalene, Sophia. King of birds, purification, work, unending activity. Yeah, you figured out a system You figured out a system of living with God where you're always working. You're always, everything you do, it goes into your work. And you love it. And it's like you still have old identities that you still hear. River to hell, movements, journey, difficulty, struggles, and page of coins. Lack of financial experience, poor spending habits. You still got some old ego identities from you and your lover. Maybe there's like fragments. You've seen fragments of your own soul in other people. And it's like the manifestation of a deep ego identity. There's like ego identities of of overworking, of always being on an uphill battle, always like battling God, always trying to discover who you are. And also poor spending habits, like this ego identity of being unable to control your finances. And instead of humoring these identities, you're simplifying it. Simplifying the root issue. And you're not being afraid of it. It's like you have your divine path. You have what you need to do, what your heart feels led to do. And these ego identities will poke at you, will want your attention. Spirit is saying, just let it, King of Coins. Hoarding, inheritance, unwillingness to share. Okay, so this could be like a past life energy, an energy where you're really uptight about your finances, uptight about what you have, fearful of giving to others, fearful of losing all that you've accomplished, fearful of losing what you've earned. And again, let it be. Listen to it. It's not going to stay there forever. Work through it. Continue to take the aligned actions. And then these archetypes, these ego identities, will be evolved into something else. You'll appreciate the fear of working too hard, because now you're able to work hard into something that you want to do. It's like you had an old past life and ego identity where you worked too hard. But now you could make an album in a day. You can make a movie in a day if you wanted to. You had a past life where you were spending too much. But now you have the ability to spend. Now you have the ability to spend period. You understand the art of spending, and that it's not always a bad thing. And in a past life, you were unwilling to share. But now you know how to defend yourself. Now you know that sometimes you shouldn't share. Sometimes it is good to defend yourself and hoard. Okay. King of Skates, lack of help, distractions, self-centeredness. Ace of Vessels, pouring out blessings, success, satiety. Baron of Skates, troublemaker, confidence, fun, and enjoyment. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you enjoy the freedom of giving. You like your dual nature. You like the fact that while you do like your stuff, while you do maybe have the tendency to hoard, you also are willing to give it up. You're also willing to give up all of yourself. So it's like, while you want to keep your books, you want to keep your what's important to you. You also don't mind giving what is really important to you. And sometimes that's not societally acceptable. It's not societally acceptable to dig deep and try to give of yourself. Try to give what you can give. We're told to be rare. And you're an example of not being bound by any fixed perspective. Maybe sometimes you want to be rare. Maybe sometimes you want to be self-centered. But you want the freedom to give of all of yourself if you want to. Yeah. Just a big energy of there's no right or wrong. You're just getting stronger. Okay. All right. Anything else? Any last messages? One of a kind. Wow. study. You already won. No longer a dream. And source. Let it marinate. W. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. That's the message. Just don't worry. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I love you. God bless you.